So I think two things can be true, which is human art can rise in value in a world where AI art is more commonplace. It's everywhere. It's flooding social media, the media, and galleries, etc. And AI art can rise up in value as well in a world that is noisy and messy with a lot of AI art. Because on one hand, I think human art has that potential to be prized for its tangibility, its originality, its rawness, its humanness, its naturalness. Even it will be seen as organic in a lot of ways. And so when you go to a gallery and you get to meet that human and know that that human, that person has literally taken their paintbrush and put their hand to the paintbrush, or they've literally put their body onto the painting or what have you. Like maybe we might even see like that level of rawness level up even further, where we've seen artists who actually are standing there in the gallery, or they've hired, you know, people to pretend to be statues. Like this level of humanness might increase over time. At the same time, and it may be prized more. And at the same time, I think AI art is going through this kind of mini renaissance right now. It'll probably blossom even further. And what we are seeing today is it's going to be minuscule compared to what we're going to see. But AI art in this next phase is likely going to be very complex, very multimodal. It'll be able to stretch the imagination in ways that even we can't imagine today. You know, if you look at Rafik Anadol's work, like people are entering spaces in which the entire space is itself the art piece, or these huge murals that are, dynamic and moving and all of that. And so I think that's already here. It's coming faster than ever. And you're going to have artists who can experiment in really wild ways, right? There's a few artists that I've been featuring on this channel in particular, like Infinite Ye, Mac Bakonai, Gonaji, Boldtron, and a bunch of others. They are pushing what it means to be surreal. They're playing with texture. They're playing with, objects that can come alive in a way that we never could think of before, imagine before. And so I think AI art itself is going to be very powerful and worth watching, worth looking at, and worth collecting. And so I don't think it's going to be true that human art is just going to dwarf this kind of like messy AI art world. I think both are going to rise up at the same time. Both are going to become worth prizing. They're both going to challenge the way we think about art and challenge the audience in new ways. We are going to potentially have this scenario where I can approach a building as an art piece and I can reimagine that building, right? Right now we have like people using touch designer and like projection mapping to like change buildings. Imagine that on steroids. What does that look like when an artist can do more with less technology? And so I think human art, yes, it is going to gain in value. It always does. But I'm not sure if there's going to be more artists or more human artists that are going to be prized. That's the real question here, is like, are there going to be more organic artists, right? Or like non-AI artists? Are there going to be more of them? And on the other hand, there's definitely going to be more AI artists. The question is, how do we value them, and which ones kind of rise up? What kind of modalities or what metas come out of that people really prize, right? Is it going to be the artist that just creates a painting with only AI art, or is it going to be an artist that makes their art be a film, a game, a television show, a painting, all of that wrapped up into one? And they are like kind of exposing each layer of the medium in unique ways. Because I think most artists just kind of want tools to express themselves, right? Or many artists do. And you can see it when you go to these modern galleries where an artist is playing around with found art, or they're playing around with only paintings, or they're doing both, or they're collaborating with other artists to do all this other installation type art. And so like I could see AI tools being another type of found art for these artists who want to be challenged and play around with what's possible. So anyway, I just wanted to say, these two things are possible. It's possible that human art rises in value and AI art rise in value. And I think that's a good thing, because I think that widens the breadth and spectrum of what we consider to be art. So anyway, curious what your thoughts are, and if you think that's plausible, or you just think one or the two are only possible. Thanks, guys.